Written word surrounds us. It informs us, entertains, guides and inspires us. But what if you couldn't read a street sign? If you couldn't understand the directions on a medicine label? If you couldn't fill out an application form? Our world has changed. We now live in an age of information. The spoken word has been largely replaced by the written word. Even at work, most information is passed on by signs, memos on notice boards, computer screens or booklets of procedures. For at least a quarter of our population, much of the information we use to make sense of our world is simply missing. 1 out of every 4 adults in Trinidad and Tobago is unable to cope with everyday reading and writing. Why is this so? Reading and writing do not develop naturally. They must be taught, must be learned.
You have 2 surveys done in Trinidad. The first one was done by ALTA and the second one was done by UE. Those surveys, although they were completely different surveys, agree a lot on the results, which would give you a feeling that there is an element of accuracy here. 2 different surveys coming up with much the same information. So what they're showing you is that about 1 in 4 persons in Trinidad, and this is a Trinidad population we're talking about over the age of 15, has problems with everyday reading tasks. So that is, if they want to just find out where a place is, they can't read the street signs to know where to go to, can't read the signs on buildings to know if they're in the right place. Information on doors, closed and open, that kind of stuff is going to be a challenge. Grocery shopping, is this product, once there are no pictures, what is this in this product, in its container? So those kind of everyday things will be a challenge for 1 out of 4 persons.
Well, I run into all the problem without reading and writing and things. I used to put fingerprint if I had to do anything, go in the bank or just any paperwork and thing. I used to put my 2 thumb finger.
ALTA is Adult Literacy Tutors Association. ALTA's function is to teach adults how to read and write to be functional in society.
ALTA really started in 1992, but it came out of my experience, first working in a senior comprehensive school and then later working in a program which was a UNESCO program and a Ministry of Education program for International Literacy Year in 1990. And I was a volunteer tutor with that program, had my class at Woodbrook Government Secondary in the afternoons, and at the end of 1990, International Literacy Year came to a close, and so did the program. So 2 years after International Literacy Year in October 1992, a small group of us who were then the tutors there at Woodbrook Government Secondary got together and said, okay, we have to try and network with other groups. But what we found is when we looked for other groups to network with, we really didn't find any. And that's how ALTA was born, that we then were the genesis of the Adult Literacy Tutors Association. Anybody can learn to read. The rate at which they learn to read will differ. You know, everybody will have different aptitudes. And clearly, if you are coming as an adult and you've been through some schooling before, maybe you are not one that picks up reading quickly, right? So it may be more of an effort for you, but doesn't mean you can't learn.
Them teachers and them just teach you over and over. If you know, they teach you over and over. And if you know to write, they show you how to write it. They write it on the board. Even they come, they hold your hand and make you write it. Write it on the book. They, and they continue like that.
If you are afraid of coming to the class, you have to consider that fear of coming to the class is small compared to the fear that you're going to face every day when you're wondering, when is somebody going to find out that I can't read?
You will find that you have so much to learn and you have so much to progress in life you have so far to go in life if you would come out. So don't be afraid. Just make it, once you make that first step to come to the first class, you'll realize it's so easy.
So even if you don't feel like asking for help, we will come and ask you if you would like help. So it's not a threatening type environment at all. And if you find that you're struggling with something, teacher will stay back with you, help you through it.
If you're not feeling well enough to do the work and you have like personal stress, like we put it this way, you can go and talk to them. They're very understanding. They're very kind, considerate people.
You're going to find that fear, either you decide to live with fear all your life, or you decide to face it now, go into the class, deal with it, and then you find you're fear-free within a few weeks.